I was 7 years old and I was having headaches and dizziness.
Something wasn't right with Emma. Her mom, Lori, took her for a CT scan.
So I called the CDI. They were able to get us in right away.
9 times out of 10 when we do these scans like this, they're normal.
But Dr. Shane Rose took one look at Emma's CT scan and called for an MRI.
I still really didn't know the severity of anything that was going on. They just immediately took her from the scanner.
At CDI, we had the ability to just take her from the CT scanner, and I put her straight into the MR scanner. I just made that choice because it would be what would happen, but it would usually be a couple of days down the road that she would have to be sent back.
It turns out Emma didn't have a couple of days.
She had a brain tumor, and it was of pretty large size, and that she had a lot of fluid on her brain, and she needed to go to the hospital right away. So we called an ambulance. They told us when we got to Riley she had so much fluid on her brain that if we hadn't gotten her there when we did, she would have been dead in 3 days.
I knew that she had a mass. We didn't know why it was there, what kind of mass it was, or what was going on in there. It was wrong. It was abnormal.
And Dr. Rose found my tumor.
Just in the nick of time. 8 years later, Emma has been through more medical procedures than most will face in a lifetime. And that's where art comes in.
I used art therapy when I was in the hospital and painted like yellow when I was happy, or blue when I was sad, or red when I was angry, or green when I was feeling sick.
Because at 7 years old, they can't really express themselves, so to speak, and when they're dealing with such a huge problem of having cancer and being sick, and they don't understand the blood counts and all this, and they just know they're stuck in the hospital.
Stuck in the hospital, Emma got the idea to make art kits for other kids.
I wasn't always able to go down to the art room or go down to the playroom, so I wanted the kids in the hospital to be able to do the same thing, like paint their feelings or draw their feelings.
You can now find Emma's art kits in hospitals across the country. Art helped her. Now she's crafting a way to help others.
Try to stay positive and happy and have a good attitude.